As always, guys, get your score predictions down in the comments below. If you've got any changes to my team selection, let me know what you would change as well. What's up, guys? It's James from Cop Logic. Welcome back to the channel, and it's time to get back to football and talking about football after what was a mental weekend. Liverpool, as always, the games keep coming, the games keep rolling on, so we've got to get onto our match preview for Liverpool versus USG in the Europa League group stage. Match day 2 of 6, it's at Anfield, 8 p.m. kickoff. So let's get into it. There are no head-to-heads to look at for this game. So instead, we could focus on form, but again, I don't really think that's going to come into it. If we take a look at USG's current form, well, they are top of the Belgian Pro League, but in that time, they have managed to lose 2 games. And, you know, the kind of competition that you're playing against in the Belgian Pro League, they are the kind of teams you would expect Liverpool to walk over. The fact that they've lost 2 of them games is promising for us, because you would expect Liverpool to be undefeated in that league, and then certainly that means you would expect Liverpool to be comfortable winners in this game, even with a lot of changes. And, you know, I mean no disrespect there to USG, it just is different levels of competition. But I am going to be respectful in my team selection. I think probably the biggest talking point for this game is the fact that Alexis Mac Allister's brother plays for USG, and hilariously his name is Kevin Mac Allister. But yeah, so his brother plays for USG. I think that could be a fun little aside story there. There was a video that came out today on the Liverpool channel of Alexis video calling his brother, and they had a funny little back and forth there. So if you haven't seen that, go and check that out. But in terms of the actual game itself, well, Liverpool's current form, we all know about that. They lost their last game to Tottenham. Despite everything that happened, I think they put in a great performance. Even when they were down to 9 men, they were putting in a great performance. So I'm not worried about their form at all. And did they really even lose it? That's definitely up for debate. Just on the whole VAR thing, by the way, because I haven't really given my thoughts on it yet. Jake did 2 lives, so he has covered it extensively. If you've never seen those, go and check them out on the channel now. But we didn't want to swamp the channel with VAR talk. As I said, though, I haven't really given my thoughts. I would just say that, like, I honestly think I could fix VAR in a week. Like, give me 1 week, and I could implement a list of changes that would fix VAR. And I'm talking about the handballs, the penalties, you know, red cards, and the offsides as well, what happened against Tottenham. Like, I honestly think I could fix it. And that only, like, further enforces for me the fact that it is absolute idiots that are running this technology. The technology is there, and it is being implemented so incorrectly, and even highlights that even worse with the audio that came out yesterday. But I don't want to stay on that. Like, I could do a separate video on that, I might do, so stay tuned for the channel for that. Let's get back to this. So USG are top of their league. Liverpool, I think we're in fine form, discounting Tottenham. There are really no head-to-heads to look at, so let's just dive into team selection and go through what I'm expecting to see on the night. So first up, in goal, I'm going with Caoimhín Kelleher. I don't think we can have any issues there right now. Certainly in the group stage, this is his competition. I expect Alisson to come in when we get to the business end of this competition, but for now, I've got no issues with Kelleher. And you know, the nice thing about Kelleher is I think everyone backs him as well. Like, he's genuinely a good keeper, so when you see him in there as the second choice keeper, I don't think anyone really panics. In terms of the fullbacks, at right back, I'm gonna start Trent Alexander-Arnold, only because I think he could do with the minutes in his legs. I probably wouldn't expect him to finish the game. He was actually in the press conference today, answered a few questions. That makes me think he's probably gonna start the game. I'm going Trent Alexander-Arnold. I expect Joe Gomez will come in at some point in this game, but I think it's just a good opportunity for Trent to get some minutes in his legs after his injury, but he probably won't finish the game because we definitely want him against Brighton. And on the other side, I'm going Kostas Tsimikas. Gives Robbo a rest, gives Tsimikas another chance to perform. And again, you know, this is USG in the Europa League. Klopp is going to make changes, and I do expect this to be one of them. So Kostas Tsimikas, Trent Alexander-Arnold as the fullbacks. At centre-back, I'm going Jarell Quansah, and I'm going Ibrahima Konate. Now, Konate didn't start against Tottenham, and he is fit, so I expect him to start this game. I also expect him to start Brighton, though, so not really sure how that's going to play out, but with him not starting against Tottenham, you would expect him to start in this game at least. It could be that we see Gomez and Matip come in for Trent and Konate to save them for Brighton. I'm partnering him. I'm going Jarell Quansah, who I just think has been great in every little cameo he's had so far this season, so he definitely deserves to start, to be honest. It's a good chance to rest Virgil van Dijk ahead of the Brighton game, and I have no issues with Quansah. He's definitely earned a start at some point, so why not? We're going with CDM next, and this could be a contentious one because I would expect Klopp will probably start Endo, but the reason I'm going Alexis Mac Allister is purely because his brother's playing and he probably wants to play this game because of that. But I think Klopp is more likely to start Endo and maybe bring Alexis on for a little cameo with his brother. But, you know, I just think it would be nice to start Alexis against his brother, and, you know, later on you can take him off. Like, we definitely want him for Brighton, definitely. So take him off at some point during the game, but I would give him a start for this personally. So that's why I'm going Mac Allister. I would otherwise go Endo, but, you know, there's a nice little family brother story in this game. It would be a shame for Alexis not to get on. So I'm going to start him. And that brings us then nicely onto our central mids, because it's not going to be Alexis. So in left and right mids, I'm going Ryan Gravenberch. Again, he needs to get out there. He needs time. I think he's been performing really well when he's had those chances. This is just another one of those for him. Chance for him to bed into the team, get used to the tactics, get used to the systems, and hopefully soon enough we'll start seeing him playing more regular football for Liverpool in the Premier League. And joining him is Harvey Elliott. Again, I just think this is a really great competition for Harvey Elliott, who has performed really well off the bench, not as well when he's been given starts, but, you know, there's always time for him to turn that around, and this game could be that time. He has, as I said, been performing really well off the bench, so I've got no issues with Harvey Elliott starting. I just hope he performs to the level that we all know that he can. And I think so far this is a really strong lineup. That's a really strong midfield, especially for USG. I think we've got really great depth at the moment in this Liverpool squad, so I'm happy with that. I don't know about you guys, but I'm really happy with the way this team is shaping up at the moment, especially considering it's only a Europa League competition. So let's move on to the forwards. This one is going to be interesting. So down the middle, I'm going Darwin Núñez. I don't think this can be anyone else, because Darwin didn't start against Tottenham. He was definitely going to come on before Jota got his red card. I think also the circumstances surrounding that meant there was no real way Darwin could come on. We needed to go more defensive once we'd gone down to only 9 men. So Darwin just needs a start. He needs some time. I don't expect him to finish the game, because I do want to see him start against Brighton, especially because obviously Jota will be serving suspension against Brighton, and Gakpo is injured, so he won't be available for Brighton, which means Darwin is going to basically be the only choice for Brighton. So Darwin definitely not going to finish this game, but he does deserve to start it. And then interestingly, that brings us onto our left winger, where, you know, we've got a few decisions. Obviously Luis Diaz, obviously Diogo Jota. So I've gone with Curtis Jones. Now obviously against Tottenham, both Curtis Jones and Diogo Jota picked up red cards, and both will have to serve suspensions. Curtis Jones is a 3-game match ban, so he's not going to be playing for a while in the Premier League, which is why I would start him in this game, honestly. And the reason I've gone with him over Diogo Jota will be available for this game, of course. His suspension is only for Premier League games. He will miss the Brighton game, as will Curtis Jones, but I feel, you know, Luis Diaz, we want him fresh for Brighton. You might as well rest him. Cody Gakpo is going to be injured for Brighton. And injured for this game, so he is not even up for selection. Diogo Jota, who would probably be the preferred one, or Curtis Jones. Now, the reason I haven't gone with Diogo Jota is because I think he really did kind of let the team down in that moment. Now, I don't agree with the sending off. Obviously, the first challenge was not a yellow card. He rightly picked up a yellow card for the second one, which is what got him sent off. Despite the fact the first yellow shouldn't have been a yellow, he knew he was on that yellow, and he made a rash challenge anyway. He did let the team down when we were already down to 10 men to make that challenge, knowing the chances are he's going to pick up another yellow here and get sent off. It was a little bit naive. It did kind of let the team down. So if I'm talking about who deserves it more, I think Curtis Jones deserves it more, because we all know that his card was not a red card tackle. He doesn't deserve a suspension. It's a 3-game suspension, so he's not going to be playing for a while in the Premier League. So he might as well play this full 90, to be honest with you. And then obviously we're going to complete our forward lineup with Ben Doak, and I think everyone could see that one coming. We're still expecting some explosiveness from Ben Doak. He is a really great player. He's so quick, gets in behind really well, and he linked up really well with Darwin Núñez in pre-season. So if we do start Darwin and Ben Doak, I think that could really work out for us. They're a great little duo together, because Ben Doak's got the pace to get in around behind and hit that cutback for Darwin Núñez. This one could be really exciting. Everyone is always excited to see Ben Doak, I think, because he looks like a really great talent despite how young he is. And hopefully if they can perform, then we won't need to bring the Egyptian King off the bench in order to save the game, and that means he will be fresh for Brighton, where we can start the killer trio of Luis Diaz, Darwin Núñez and Mohamed Salah. So that is my team for Union SG, and I think that is a pretty fair team. I don't think that's disrespectful. That's a really strong team we've got there. Again, we've just got really great depth at Liverpool right now. It's a really good moment for Liverpool Football Club in terms of players, and we've got players even to come back. Cody Gakpo and Thiago Alcantara, if he is still at Liverpool you know, he hasn't been seen for a while. Probably need to get the missing posters out for that one. In terms of the scoreline, I mean, USG, they've been getting goals. Like, the predicted XG for Liverpool in this game is 2.5, I believe. They're expected to score 2 or more goals, which I'm gonna back. I'm gonna say 3 goals at least for Liverpool. USG score a fair few goals, to be honest, but that's in the Belgian league, so I don't know. Inexperienced backline, maybe. I mean, it's not that inexperienced, Jarell Quansah. I don't know. Do you know what? I'm gonna back him for a clean sheet. I could have backed out and just said 3-1 because every game's 3-1 for Liverpool unless VAR intervene and ruin the game. I'm gonna back Caoimhin Kelleher. I'm gonna back Jarell Quansah. I'm gonna say clean sheet. I'm gonna say 3-0. That's my prediction. 3-0 to Liverpool. As always, guys, get your score predictions down in the comments below. If you've got any changes to my team selection, let me know what you would change as well. And if you are heading to Anfield for this one, then I will see you there. And without further ado, as always, guys, make sure you stay locked down to the channel. Hit that subscribe button if you're not already for all your Liverpool content throughout the season. And we will see you guys in the next video. Peace.